And this is what works. This was done through multiple QA testings and of Ad Manager in Meta. And what I discovered is a way for how to literally get more sales for different types of brands. I have car detailing brand and luxury pet brand, and of course a talent agency. Here's what I discovered, guys, that works 100%. This is not a theory. This is something that's been tested for past couple of months, and I wanted to let you know what that is. First of all, Andromeda is a tool by Meta, and it's pretty cool because what allows it to do, it allows it to have an ad campaign. And so let's say you're trying to promote your brand, whether it's body care or car detailing or any kind of other brand. You could create a ad campaign and then have that ad campaign distribute content for you automatically on cruise control. As you know, Meta bought out Manus or whatever it's called. So now they have, you could literally create lots of ads on Meta. But here's where it gets tricky. Here's a lot of people are not exactly sure how to use it for their brand. So what I discovered works best is creating a single campaign and then having a bunch of ad sets in that campaign. But that campaign has to be like a product and a specific problem, specific pain point. So, and then obviously each individual ad is something that anchors that particular pain point. So what I discovered works really well for car detailing brand is just like telling people, hey, um, so the product is car detailing, our service. It works the same way for either product or service. You could use Andromeda the same way. But the cool part about it, you created ad campaign for like a product itself. And then you introduce some pain points in the form of AdSense. Ad sets. And I meant to say ad sets versus AdSense. I know this is something that Google use quite heavily, but yeah. So basically, you just create a single campaign marketing your particular um, service or product, and then you create a bunch of ad sets. And inside of ad sets, what you do, you add this thing called ads. So what I did is I sprinkled a bunch of ads for Jack Spa's luxury pet brand and combined it with Andromeda Ads Manager. So obviously, guys, you already know what the Andromeda is. I don't need to repeat it again, but think of it as just a tool where you promote all sorts of ads. So anyway, the bottom line is like Andromeda, there's certain things that you could do in Andromeda that will literally increase sales exponentially. At first, I was playing around and like creating forms, but all I was getting is just tire kickers. When somebody fills out a form, when you start using Andromeda Meta Ads Manager, and somebody fills out a form, because there's like multiple form options. You could direct people to your site or fill out the form. So the bottom line is I was really fed up with filling out the form part because I kept getting tire kickers. It seemed like they were interested, but really they were not interested, and you just be burning a lot of money going through all those ads. Hello, how's it going, guys? I'm actually heading out right now to get some cranberry muffin, or maybe something that I'm gonna do a little bit of Uber Eats, and while doing Uber Eats, I'll spill some tea about Andromeda, Cloudbot, and how to combine them all together for the brand that I'm building. We're building a couple of brands. One of them is car detailing, another one is luxury pet brand, and obviously my talent agency. So anyway, going back to Andromeda. So guys, look, I'm a heavy user of threads. I even have blue check mark on my threads. Like if you haven't had if you didn't get your blue check mark yet, definitely guys, get that blue check mark. It's night and day difference, especially if you're doing like consulting or coaching or anything like this. People just don't listen to anybody who like doesn't have a blue check mark. It's really bizarre, but it's you just got to do it anyway. It's one of those tips that I wanted to throw in while I'm talking about Andromeda and all that other stuff. So guys, look, Andromeda is not hard. What makes it hard for you guys is the fact that like nobody explaining how to do it actually for brand, like for an actual example of a brand. and how to build those meta ads and how to make sure that they actually make sales. So like when you set up the meta ad, here's what works. You want to set up a campaign per product, and then think of it like a think of think of it all like a 3-tier structure where you have on top a campaign. So let's say you have, I don't know, for our luxury pet brand, we have this brush, this mist brush for a happy Doberman Jax. We gotta sell that brush. We gotta sell it. But boy, oh boy, if you don't do this strategy that I'm describing right here, sheesh, good luck selling anything, guys. It's literally impossible to sell anything. And the reason why is because Meta prefers sequencing. So if your content is like, let's say you have a pet brush and you're trying to sell that pet brush, and you have a quite hefty audience, and you have a pain point associated with that pet brush. And it can be just like, hey, you get a good shipping, free shipping, or anything like that. That is not a pain point. I'm talking about like an actual pain point. I'll give you a couple of examples. Hernia disc is shifted. That's a pain point. Can it be in a dog? I don't know, but on a human, yes, for sure. That's just kind of to help you better understand what I mean by pain point. The next thing is obvious pain point of the brand. So you wanna identify the pain point, and then you wanna sprinkle that pain point with those ads. So each headset gotta be the pain point, and then boom, and then once you create that headset, the rest is just setting up multiple ads. And for that we use Cloudbot to pre-populate everything, to include everything inside of the Google Sheets, to categorize everything, all those marketing angles, and just basically run them and then suspend them and re-enable them if they're performing, and switching between them. All the switching part is done like automatically by the Andromeda, but Cloudbot is orchestrating the entire process. By the way, guys, we got Cloudbot hooked up to Telegram. It's pretty cool. You could do it directly, like communicate through Telegram. I dropped a couple of pieces of content the other day. It's absolutely bonkers. I set it up on my Windows laptop with like a double account, admin account, and a standard account, and like just to make sure I'm not going to get cooked. Separated all the credentials and had it running yesterday, and it was just like, man, sheesh, it's pretty dope. And it comes back. The only thing is, once I set it up, when my computer went into hibernate mode, the bot stopped responding, so I had to adjust to make sure that when it falls into hibernate mode, it still works. And the way to do it is like to literally make sure that it doesn't fall into hibernate mode. So there's many nuances that a lot of folks kind of probably be like, no, I don't get it, I don't know how to do. But guys, like Cloudbot with Andromeda, sheesh, smooth sailing for your brand, guys. Now, especially if you have some virtual assistant who is managing your meta ads and staying on top of it, then this becomes no-brainer completely. One of the reasons why is because like you could control your virtual assistant with Cloudbot. Meaning, let's say you go on TikTok and you found some very good video that talks about how to like introduce a new campaign, a new style of campaign and ads manager, and push it through and use early journey, mid journey, late journey type of content. And let's say you wanted to have your virtual assistant to execute that. Obviously, it's going to be a bit problematic for you to explain all that. Instead, you just tell Cloudbot, look, here's the video. Go ahead and transcribe the transcript and create a meta ad, create an ad campaign instruction for my virtual assistant. Send it over and follow up with the virtual assistant until the project is complete. And make sure that you also review the ad spend and suspend it or reactivate it based on how well we're selling the products. Now, guys, this is the reality, and you could do this. The question is, like, are you ready? Are you ready to do it? Do you have any problem setting Cloudbot up? Do you have any problem setting up Andromeda Ads Manager? Do you have any problem setting up all of those socials, including Threads or or YouTube? In my particular case, this is what works. You set up Andromeda with one campaign, multiple ad sets per pain point, and remove the form, because form only introduces tire kickers. Introduce the actual website where you redirect the actual clients to, and then each ad is associated with different type of kind of ad set. So for example, for my luxury pet brand, I do have a problem. I have a product called brush, Jack's Paws brush. It's a mist brush. It has a little mist smoke that's coming out of it and a bunch of other elements. So yeah guys, and to run that using multiple kind of angles without understanding that this element of without understanding this strategy is going to be hard. So guys, definitely take a look at some of my TikToks. You're going to see what that is. There's some educational content for you if you wanted to learn how to pull this off. But yeah, definitely begin leveraging Freedom Founders to set up your campaigns on a performance basis. So this way, no money is spent on extra unnecessary tasks that didn't need to be done in the first place. Instead, ads are being managed by Freedom Founders in gamified cohorts, and you're getting further with you're basically maximizing your dollar outreach. So anyway guys, look, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna get a cranberry muffin real quick, but if you have any questions, definitely let me know. As it goes for me, I'm outies right now. But definitely what really helped me was just getting the Freedom Founders to set up those funnels and leverage Cloudbot as just a project manager who follows up with my Freedom Founders. It's just a lot easier to pull this off versus like trying to manage everything yourself. So guys, I'm gonna get a cranberry